Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another review, and today we have in front of us this Fortnite Turbo Builder set, which includes two figures, two 4-inch figures, 82 building materials, two weapons, three harvesting tools, and an instruction manual of course, and it says 89 pieces inside. Yeah, 89, not including the manual, of course. As you can see, we have the Dire and Fable. I have no freaking clue of Fortnite. I haven't ever played it, and I don't think I even will. But I was just curious about this, and I found this character design very interesting. Both, but yeah, this one particularly. I was like, yeah, like warrior, Red Riding Hood or whatever she's called. I mean, here we can see the original 3D renders or graphics. And my question is, why don't we have a 6-inch version of this one? We have this guy. I saw him in a shop. I didn't get him, I wasn't, but I mean, if Hasbro is gonna get this license, I hope they make this character in as good as they can. I don't know. I have to check, maybe there is from some other brand, I don't know, I have no idea, but I would love to see this character in 6-inch. Well, the box is very straightforward, it's very even kind of childish, and yeah. Let's just take them out of the packaging and see how we come along. I mean, we have some examples before I take everything out of what we can do with the 83 parts, the building parts. That's also a cool thing. I mean, of course I wouldn't have paid that much for just two figures. This was on clearance, or kind of clearance, like halfway there. So I was like, let's give it a try. So this is how the contents look like in the box. This is very heavy. I mean, it's a lot of plastic. We have the two figures which we could already see on the window, and all this bunch of pieces to build. Then we have this instruction, let's see, the building tips and tricks. It says peg, tab, jack, socket. It kind of suggests what you can do here. We won't go through it. And yeah, here we have a lot of instructions. I think this is to build a specific array. Yeah, one of the, or a couple of the things shown in the box. I don't know which one exactly. Let me see if we find that. Yeah, this kind of tower thing, which is, I don't know what use that could have, because I just don't know the game and I don't know a thing about it yet. So let's get to the figures, because I think they are the main attraction here. Here we have Dire. He feels good out of the tray. And Fable, if I'm right. Good thing is you can remove the hood. Well, good thing, or well, it's always good to have the option. And maybe you can even bring the head to, I don't know, maybe it fits with vintage collection from Star Wars figures or whatever else. What I like is the paint on her eyes. I mean, those red kind of fangs, whatever it is, around her eyes. That's a nice accent. She's a little chubby girl here. In the game it seems like she has more, let's say she doesn't look like a younger girl as she looks in the figure here. She looks more like a young woman. Anyway, then we have the building tools and all of these, which I will take aside for a moment because of reasons. Let's see if we can get of course this guy's a werewolf, and it's cool that his legs are as they should, you know, like wolf legs. What's wrong with this guy's head? It was stuck. Anyway, I don't want to. Well, of course you cannot bring it all the way back properly because of the shapes in his back. Anyway, there he is. He doesn't want to stand without a stand, and neither does Fable. Help me, guys, come on. It's your moment to shine. Be grateful that I'm reviewing you. There you are. I hope they stay. So they come with this axe, which is a brown piece of plastic with everything painted on top of it. It's you know, they have the Fortnite style, which is like cartoonish. We have this bazooka with the little face on the rocket or the missile or whatever those are called. This is a good one, this little gun with a silencer, and this looks like that could be even useful for G.I. Joe, so it's not as cartoonish as the other weapons. And we have these things which look more like building things. To me they look like cooking things, but anyway, like for grilling. Let's go over the figures. Fable, she has a, well, I'll remove the hood because that's important. It's, I don't know why, it has a little peg that goes into the neck, which doesn't move. The head moves from the top of the neck where the ball hinge is, and this guy can't move around unless you cut the peg and just place it there. And that's a bit of a bad choice. You can move the head a bit inside of the hood, but it would be better if the hood would peg maybe on the back of the head or on top. Of course, then you would have to damage the hair sculpt, but I don't know if this was the best solution. I might understand why they didn't put a hole on the head, you know, because it would be a bit like, very visible. Anyway, the head is on a ball hinge and it moves back that much, which is more than I mean, it's good. She can look all the way up, she can look all the way down. She has a little bit of head tilt, which is good for, you know, expression and all of that, as they say. She has a diaphragm joint, which is, can go a bit to the back, almost nothing to the front, or just a little bit, you know, it's there, and it can turn around all the way, around without problems. The shoulders, they can go up that much, which is good, is really good. They can go all the way around, and then we have the elbows, which can go slightly less than 90 degrees, but it's okay. I mean, I think they could have sculpted that better, and maybe if you cut a bit of the sleeve here, if you want to do that, then you might gain a click Yeah, I think that could be possible, but I'm not sure, and I'm not going to do it myself, at least not yet. Then you have the swivel at the elbow for vertical and horizontal. Anyway, then you have a swivel at the wrist and it goes in and out. Same for the other side. And it's also the here you have 90 degrees. Well, almost. I don't know why they didn't do like the same for both arms, the same. This one goes a bit closer to 90 degrees, just a little bit. This knife, which is a bit scuffed, and this wolf tail and all of these are just sculpted there, you cannot take them off. Maybe you can, I mean this is a separate piece, all three are separate pieces. It looks like the knife might be part of the skirt, but this one I think is a separate piece, and this one as well, but they're glued. Now the skirt, that's a little problem here because it has no cut. I don't know why. We need the little pervert cut, but and not even for perversion, you know. We need that to bring the legs forward and backwards, you know, because it's very limited. You only have this range, but you could use something like this and cut the skirt open. I think that's the only solution if you want if you want her to gain some range. She has a thigh swivel, which is there. I mean it's good, but you definitely might have to cut open that skirt if you want to pose her around, you know. She has double jointed knees, which go a decent range. I mean, she's a bit chubby, so a bit stout, you know. I don't know if that's the proper word, like she's a bit tiny and chunky. She has meat on her bones, let's say, and the feet, they can go back that much, forward that much. Has a decent range, and it has a quite a rather bad ankle pivot. It's almost flat movement, you know. It's almost horizontal. It only has a little bit of an angle, but just, yeah, it's almost like the older vintage collection, like it could only move horizontally. It has a little bit of an angle. It's better than flat, you know, but it's still very scarce. Now let's give her her hood and give her maybe this one, which I like. This golden plastic with black paint on it. And yeah, that one's good, I would say. Then you have the bazooka, which is a bit large for her hands. Maybe it's meant for dye, or maybe you just have to pry things a bit. No, it fits. But if you want to do double-handed wielding, or yeah, you won't be able to. I think you can maybe just hold it like this with both hands, kind of, or if you take the time to find the right position. With I won't just do it here in the review. I mean, you could just hold it like this with both hands somehow. Well, you won't do that because that's the aiming system. Yeah, but anyway, the viewfinders or whatever these are called. She can hold the bazooka and she can hold the little pistol here. So she's cool. Let's go over to Dyer. He has First of all, it's a cool little werewolf. He has also a ball hinge for the head. He has some attitude. He can look all the way around, of course. He can look back a bit. I don't know, it's hard to get the last click. At least for now, there it is. But you can't, well, you can squeeze him to the other hand, but these things on his back get on the way. So maybe one click below that, and then you straighten a bit, and that's what you get. He can look down that much. He can look up a little bit, but his sculpt gets in the way. The head sculpt and the upper body and everything gets on the way. This guy has almost no diaphragm to the back, but it has more to the front. He has a hinge on the waist. She also has a hinge on her waist. It seems it's a bit stiff. Yeah, but she also has the diaphragm joint and the hinge at the waist. Now this guy, it seems you can remove this thing fairly easily, actually. No problem, because it only has a little bit of. So then he looks a bit more. Maybe this is even a better look for this guy. A bit wilder, more like natural kind of thing. He has the shoulders can go a bit over 90 degrees. No, yeah, over 90, like one click further. He has 90 degrees of elbow bend on the deepest part of the cut, because it's a curved line, so you won't get 90 degrees everywhere, just here in the middle, and then you have to open it. The hands are on a hinge that can go all the way around. His bicep swivel is at the elbow as well, and the hands go in and out, not vertically, which is a bit of a shame. These guys are carrying guns. He has a glove on this hand, and in this one he has more like something like shredder and a bit of plating there. I like the way this guy looks without the vest. Actually, they're all tattered shirt. Yeah, I was interested in the Fable figure, but this guy is also quite cool, actually. I mean, it's very cartoonish, but you could kind of ignore it. It's not like werewolves are real. At least not that I know. As I said, he has a waist swivel. I'm getting fond of this figure. He can do quite some splits. He can kick. The kick to the front is a bit limited, but you can open it a bit and you can turn this around, and of course, because of the form of his legs, he won't get like totally straight, but you can get something out of it. Boom. He can, or you can do it like this. Yeah, he can pose. You can find ways, because there's a lot of articulation for the size. These guys from Jazzwares, they have a good articulation for the scale. I mean, it says 4-inch, but I think it's like 3.75, or maybe it is 4, I don't know. He has some nunchucks on his belt, I just realized, but these are just decoration. It's part of this whole sculpt. His pants, I don't know, it doesn't look like the nunchucks are I don't know if it's an extra piece or not. I don't know. Anyway, you can check that yourself if you want. It's a glued piece. The paint here is just seamed everything together, kind of. Now, The knees, he has double jointed knees which can go up that much, I mean that much to the back. The feet, the paws can go this much to the back, this much to the front, and they have a some ankle rocker, but it's a bit, let's say it's a bit complicated. It's more like clicking, but it's better than with the Red Riding Hood, the Fable figure, I think. Now I have to get used to. I'm sure this guy can stand, but I just haven't gotten used to the form of. I mean, to his legs, you know. And yeah, the clicks sometimes are a bit loose, and then it's harder to balance and everything, and all that kind of excuses I'm giving you. He stands, but this surface is also very tricky because it's a soft surface, which I have here. He can wield the axe, and that looks cool, you know. He looks like, yeah. He can also, I'm sure without being sure, that he can also get the little pistol here. He can. And of course he can get the bazooka as well. I won't get into posing right now, but you can of course make him the grill master. Anyway, he can be the grill master as well. The grill master, I don't know if that's even the way you would call it, but it's the term we were using at this video. You can clothe him a bit again, but I think I prefer him. Well, that's also good actually. It's a good figure, and a good little figure. Now for size comparisons, we don't have much here right now. I'm packing already because I'm leaving in 2 days. I already packed all the 3.75 stuff. Well, I have some on the table, but of course it scales well with the Halo figures, I guess. Here's a blue streak for size comparison, Transformers Deluxe. There's with Fable, and here we have Dyer, so that you can see how they scale. Of course they will scale well with the other Fable Fortnite figures, and with the, I don't know the name, the Halo World of Halo stuff, and everything Jazzwares, you know, from this scale. Now these are the plates. I don't know how many different kinds of pieces we get, but these are 2, and as you can see they have a lot of ways they could connect, like this. Yeah, this is something like just a bunch of pieces like this, and you can build things around, I mean with them. But I won't go into it on the review because I won't get creative in 10 seconds. Sorry about that, but I'm not feeling it at the moment. Like I'm gonna build a tower or something live on video. It just ain't gonna happen. maybe next time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked for example, here we have an old Destro figure. I mean the real thing, you know. Oh, it's from the year 2000, I think, this Deathstroke, when they reissued some G.I. Joes. His scales, he's a bit short for these guys, just a little bit. It's okay for Dyer, but with the Fable girl, I mean, yeah, there you can see that she's a larger human being or something like that, you know. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like if you enjoyed the content, the video, subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to support my channel, and I will see you in the next one. So ciao ciao. I just wanted to add, as I said at the beginning, I don't have any connection to these characters, so I like these figures quite some. I mean, with their flaws and everything. I mean, Fable definitely needs clearance to move her legs, you know. I will have to open the skirt or something. First I'll think about it a lot, and then I might just end doing it. But Dyer, just cool as he is, she as well, but she needs the range of movement, you know, the freedom. And as I said, I don't have any connection to Fortnite. I have never played it. I don't feel like I will start doing that, because I just don't use my time for video games anymore. Just a couple of games on my cell phone, but nothing like in the computer or in the console or something. I'm not there anymore. Maybe I will someday, I don't know. But I like the figures without having any connection to the game. So I guess if you have played with these skins or characters, maybe you really like them, and of course then you will definitely want to get them. But if you're just someone who collects the format, I think they're creative enough and cool enough that I can just recommend you to get them. They're cool. I kind of like them. I mean, I bought them. It's not like they sent them to me or something, at least not yet. I hope it will be cool if I reach that level of of influencing or followers or whatever. I mean, you know, when you have a lot of people watching your videos. But I just paid for them because I like them. So, and I never played Fortnite. That's just for you to think about. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Please subscribe, leave a like, all of that. See you around. Ciao ciao.